I have a Hayward H250 Natural gas pool heater. When the pool starts up in the morning, the heater will go into ignition failure. I have to go through and cycle it about 4 times before it will ignite and catch and start up. It then heats very well. Every morning it is the same. If the gas is okay, the water comes up to pressure within 20 seconds in the morning. Before I started using it, it had not been used for about 4 years, and it is 4 years old. I have tried 2 used front panels, with the same results.
Our chat has ended, but you can still continue to ask me questions here until you are satisfied with your answer. Come back to this page to view our conversation and any other new information. What happens now? Or, you can reply to me using the box below.
You had said to clean the flame sensor. There was no flame sensor, just the igniter. The igniter was pretty rusted up. I am cleaning and reinstalling, but that has had no effect. I still get the ignition failure every morning, and I have to restart the unit. Takes about 5 relights, manually.
The piece you removed is both the igniter and the flame sensor. The steel rod detects the flame and then sends a signal back up to the board to tell it to remain burning. If it's dirty or sooted, it won't detect or send the signal. That's why I always start at that point. If you're sure it's good and clean, the next step would be to replace the assembly, as there's no way to test the part. If that does not solve it, then you're down to the circuit board as the culprit.
As I go through the book, if it is the flame sensor, the failure code HF will come up. I am still getting ignition failure. There are other possibilities, like water pressure switch, etc. I was hoping you had some other possibilities.
If it's the pressure switch, depending on the year of the board it has, it will show up as a PR code for pressure. That's a very easy one to check anyway. If you locate the pressure switch, which has a copper tube connected to it and will be either in the upper left or right-hand corner of the inside cabinet, you can remove the 2 wires from it and test for continuity through the 2 switch terminals with a meter with the pump running. If you have continuity through it, the switch is good. Also keep in mind that the heater will not fire up at all if any of the safety switches are not engaged. The board has to sense a complete circuit through the pressure switch, thermostat, both high limit switches and the rollout sensor to even fire the heater up for a split second. If the problem were in any one of those switches, it won't even fire up to begin with. Since it is firing up for you, we can eliminate every one of those switches from the equation. Now the flame sensor, on the other hand, still will show, and if for any reason it's not sensing that there's a flame down there, and is by far the most common cause of a heater firing up and then immediately shutting back down due to lack of sensing the flame. Once the flame sensor is ruled out, we're right back to the circuit board as the problem again.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit JustAnswer.com/YTHI.